It contains 30 grams of protein. It's rich in antioxidants. It's plant-based, and yeah, it just takes a few minutes to make. So I'm gonna take you through the recipe, and I've got a lot of my special kind of ingredients and like secret superfood spices and ingredients that I like cheekily include in my recipe. So let's get started. I first start by adding protein powder. So this is, I need to add about this recipe. For this, the protein shake I'm using, it requires about 30 grams of protein powder. So I use the scale to measure. Okay, so that's 30 grams. That gives me about 22 grams of protein. Then I'm gonna add peanut butter powder. That's gonna give me an additional 8 grams of protein powder. But what I like about using peanut butter powder is that it's 87% less fat. So that's about 1/3 the calories of traditional peanut butter. Now, of course, peanut butter is amazing. I do use peanut butter all the time. But if this is a great option to use. So 8 grams of protein, fewer calories, and 87% less fat. So you can use the powder, or you can certainly use actual peanut butter. Okay, so I think I need to add about 15 grams. So that's 15 grams of 16 grams, okay, to give me 8 grams of protein. So, okay, we've got that. Now, what I'm gonna add is actually some of my secret ingredients, just for a boost of antioxidants and just like really, superfoods. So I actually add turmeric powder to my protein shake. Obviously the taste is not amazing as it is, but when you add it to a protein shake, you can't taste it, but it's such a superfood. Like it's it's an antioxidant, it's really health promoting. And the recommendations actually a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder a day. So I add turmeric powder to my food and cooking, but if I'm having a protein shake, I sometimes just add it there because it's just a really easy way of consuming it. And obviously the taste, is not a sweet taste, but when you add it to the protein shake, you won't taste anything. So let's say a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Okay, and then I'll add a pinch of black pepper, because that will that will help you absorb 2,000 times more of the turmeric benefits. So it's known to match turmeric with even as little as a pinch of black pepper to really help you absorb the the benefits of turmeric. Okay, so another thing I add is amla powder. So amla powder is actually gooseberry powder, and it is probably the highest antioxidant spice, an uncommon antioxidant spice out there. So I just add it to my shakes. This is actually also has a bitter taste. But again, when I'm adding it to a shake or a smoothie, I don't taste it. So I find it to be an amazing way to, incorporate it into my daily diet. Another thing I'll add is a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. So I'll add that in. Why do I add that in? Because it's, again, antioxidant. It's a fantastic source of omega-3. So it's amazing for everyone, but especially if you're on a plant-based diet, it's recommended to have a tablespoon of 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed every day, because that's a good source of omega-3 short-chain fatty acids. And so that's how I incorporate it. And also one thing that's amazing about flaxseed is that if you experience, it helps regulate bowel movements. So if you are constipated, then it helps regulate your bowel movement. If you also, on the other hand, have diarrhea, it also helps you regulate it. So really, it's such an amazing superfood. And I know several people that have recommended to them who have experienced constipation, which is surprisingly very common, but it's definitely not normal. Your body's trying to speak to you. When they've incorporated a tablespoon of ground flaxseed into their daily diet, they've experienced, their constipation has subsided. And one thing I want to say about this is that okay, and one thing I want to say is that other ways of incorporating flaxseed into your daily diet is by sprinkling it into your salad, adding it into your baked goods. So if you're baking something, you can add that in. You've got so many different options of incorporating it. So obviously you don't have to have it in your protein shake. In case you don't, you only have protein shake once or twice a week. Just find any other way of incorporating into your daily diet. And then another thing I add is quarter or half a banana. And the reason why I do that is because I like it. I like the creamy, rich thickness that it gives the protein shake, and it gives it a much better taste. And in my opinion, it also makes it nice, sweet, and nice, rich and sweet. Okay, so that's that. One more thing I add, which I'm gonna grab from the freezer right now, is my blueberries. So the recommendations to have about 60 grams of blueberries, any berries a day. So one way, if I'm not having it straight up, one way of doing that is by adding it to my shake. You can use frozen or fresh. I use frozen because I just find it to be a much easier way of incorporating it into. I'm filming right now.
Wait, can I just
No, I can't.
Did you have one of these?
Yes, you can take one. Okay. Yeah. So that's motherhood, and we've got my little boys around. Okay, so as I was saying, for the berries, I like to have. So the recommendation is to have about 60 grams of berries a day. So one way of incorporating it is sometimes add it to the shake, adds flavor, but also it just makes it taste good. But again, of course, you can eat berries as they are. But I just like to incorporate into my shakes, and I like to use frozen because I can easily find organic, and it's more cost effective, and you can find it all year round. So it's just a great way of adding it. And then I'm gonna add my water, some cold water. One thing I can tell you is that you want to have your protein shakes cold, because protein shakes are really horrible if you have them, when the water is like warm or whatever. It really doesn't taste good. So definitely cold water, and also add an ice cube in there also if you want it to be even extra cold. So I'm just gonna quickly grab my blueberries from the freezer, and then I'm gonna blend it, so bear with me. Okay, so I've got my blueberries. I'm gonna add it in, about 60 grams, but really I eyeball at this point. And we're gonna blend it, and you're gonna see how nice and thick it is. One thing to say about the water is that when you make your protein shakes, you gotta gauge how much water you add in there, because if there's too much water, it tastes watered down, and honestly, like, it's not nice, thick, and like sweet. And so you gotta also just test it out and see how you prefer your shakes. So just use the minimum kind of amount of water, like the bare minimum, and then add more if you want it to be a bit thicker. So yeah, and you should always add your liquid before you add your powder so that it doesn't get stuck on the top. So there we go. I'm just gonna give it a quick mix before I blend it. Okay, so I just blended it real quick. Really beautiful color, really appetizing, and if you like it to be sweeter, I mean the banana does make it gives it some sweetness, and the protein shakes, they have some sort of sweetness in there as well. But if you like it sweeter, just add more banana or add some dates or liquid sweetener if you prefer. So this is the protein shake. Let me give it a taste. See how it is. It tastes like vanilla because that's the flavor of the protein powder. A bit of thickness from the banana. Obviously some taste from the blueberries. Really filling, really delicious. And this is the way I kind of like, I really take an opportunity with protein shakes to bump up the just the antioxidants and the anything that and another thing I forgot to add actually today was a pinch of saffron. So that's you know, the spice, that's what's you know, known for helping manage, like it's been associated with benefits and to counteract depression. So that's also something else that I add in there because it's got, you know, nutritional benefits. It's just like a little, like a few strands in there. So yeah, so this is my go-to protein shake. Do take the opportunity to put in whatever what you think is really health promoting. I sometimes add in blue spirulina. If you want to add, you know, you can add even a tablespoon of coffee. If you want, like, you can add matcha, like a spoon of matcha if you want a bit of caffeine and some like additional antioxidants, because matcha is really high in antioxidants. Like, I really play around with it and the different flavors. And yeah, so this is 30 grams of plant protein, antioxidant rich. Just takes a few minutes to prepare. I've got my ingredients ready. I've got the berries in the freezer. Even the bananas I freeze so I can just, you know, grab a piece. And that's it. So yes, hope you like this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. And yeah, see you, you know, in the next video. Bye guys. If you have any questions, can I get, okay, hi. Sorry, I just noticed that there's some questions here. Where are you from? I am originally Iraqi, born in Dubai, living in Dubai. Love the color, thank you. Yeah, it's super appetizing and really thick and flavorful with the peanut butter and blueberries and bananas, and you know, yeah, so, and the vanilla as well from the protein shake. Any other questions, guys? Let me know. Otherwise, just comment in the section. I'm gonna save the video on my feed, my playlist. Thanks, guys. See you. Bye.